have one. Wouldn't it be cool if we can control this LED through voice? Turn on LED.
Sure, turning on LED.
Turn off LED.
Sure, turning LED off.
To achieve this, we will be using an ESP32 board with the LED that we want to control. That would be running Arduino Cloud, and we're gonna use Google Home to control the LED on and off, and Google Assistant will give us the voice capability. So if you're interested, stick around to learn how to build a project like this. Today's video is sponsored by PCBWay, and we are celebrating their 10th anniversary. PCBWay has been a leader in PCB prototyping and manufacturing, offering high-quality PCB design, SMT assembly, 3D printing, and CNC services. They are a one-stop shop for all of your manufacturing needs. To thank you for your support, PCBWay is offering exclusive coupons where you can save up to $240 on selected orders. Plus, they have commemorable badges and a special badge charity sale with all the proceeds going to charity. You can even join the fun by marking your location on their global map and sharing a special photo with PCBWay products. Visit PCBWay.com for all of the details and join the celebration today. Now, typical scenario how we gonna go and do a device like this is to use Home Assistant, but some of you complain that you don't really have Home Assistant and you really don't have the possibility to add it just for a single device, and a great workaround for that is to use the Arduino Cloud. The Arduino Cloud is an IoT platform that's provided by Arduino, and you could have up to 2 devices on their free plan. Unfortunately, this is a paid platform, and it's understandable because they need to pay for the servers and everything that they operate the platform for. But for things like this where you could have up to 2 devices, you could use it for free, and it gives you the possibility to create and program the device and upload the firmware and have it controlled to the through the cloud. To use the Arduino Cloud, you would need an internet-enabled microcontroller, and luckily ESP32 is supported right out of the box. In the same way that we can control and program it with the Arduino IDE, it's compatible with the Arduino Cloud. To get started, you would need an Arduino Cloud account, and once you are in the dashboard, you will need to go under Things and register your device by clicking on the Create Thing button. There, you're gonna need to add the associated device, and here you can choose between some of the Arduino devices or some of the ESP32 devices. I'm using the Vroom module, so I'm gonna select that one here to continue and name it. After that, you're gonna be giving a device ID and a secret key that you need to save, so you're gonna reference them later on when adding the stuff to the board. Because we want to control this through Google Home, we need to add one of the variables that are enabled to be controlled through Google Home, and you could see the icon on the right where you have Alexa and Google Home. And in this case, we are adding a switch control that we named LED, and we are adding the Wi-Fi details that I have at my home. And we need to finally enable the Google Home integration, and this is just something that we click and enable, and it's already done. This will give us an Arduino sketch that we need to compile and upload to the board through the web interface. You could see that it goes up really quickly, and that would connect to the device. And if we open the serial monitor, we'll see that the device will connect to the Wi-Fi that we specified, and we're done with setting up the device. We need to add a bit of code. Now let's look at the code on the device. By default, when we add that cloud switch to the device, we're gonna get a sketch that utilizes that cloud switch, but this will be just the UI control. We need to add our own code if we want to control any of the input outputs on the board. So for that, I've added a definition for an LED pin that I have connected on pin 15, and we get a handler that is executed every time the LED value changes, and we have a variable that we can use here that we specified its name when we added the variable. So within the function where that value changes, if it's on, then we're gonna write the LED pin high, and if it's off, then we're gonna write the LED pin off. It's really simple, and you could expand this to suit your needs based on your requirements and your project. To be able to voice control it, the final step is to add our device within Google Home. So we need the Google Home app, and we need to add it by selecting a service where we select works with Google Home. Here in the list, we're gonna search for Arduino, and that will ask us to link the accounts, and will ask us for the details of our Arduino account. We need to sign in and allow it to connect to the devices and see the list of our device. Now we can close this, and we'll see that we have a list of devices. Currently it's just a single device, LED. We need to select it and add it to a room. I'm gonna select my office because this is where the device is currently located, but you could change this and add it to any of your rooms. And by doing that, we have the device added to Google Home, and we can control it from within Google Home. And we could use Google Assistant to tell it and use voice command to turn on and turn it off, as well as using all of the automations and scenes and scheduling that are built in within Google Assistant. And that's basically it. We now have the device being controlled through the app, so we can use it just as any other smart switch. We could have a relay that controls any lights or any device within our home, and on top of that we could use all of the automations to create routines and special cases where we want this to turn on or off automatically. As demonstrated earlier, we could use voice turn on LED.
Got it. Turning on LED.
So that worked. Or we can say things like turn off LED after 10 seconds.
Sure, I'll turn off LED at 7:42 a.m.
Yeah, so after 10 seconds this will turn off, and we could use this to add some scheduling where if, for example, we have this connected to our irrigation system, similar to what I have with Home Assistant, we could set a schedule that this turns on every evening, so it waters our garden or waters our plant. It's really versatile and can be used in many cases. The only downside of the setup is that you need internet the whole time that you gonna use this, and it won't work on local network as it will with Home Assistant. But for having just a single device, that's probably okay, and you could live with it. And with that, I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, make sure to like it down below. I'm gonna have the entire code linked in the video description, so be sure to check that out. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the future projects and videos, and I will see you all in the next one. Cheers!